Absolute Superman returns home, ready for war. They cooked up with issue 12, so let's get right into it. The issue kicks off in the Smallville Senior Living Home, and we see Martha Kent looking at the red storm that just passed, believing that her son, her angel, is back. But a second later, she forgets what the hell she was just doing. Damn. We then see that Soul got Superman, Lois, and Jimmy away from Roz and the Lazarus Corps, bringing them to Kansas. Jimmy says he's sorry about Lois's dad, because if you forgot last chapter, he got head tapped. But she doesn't want to talk about that right now. Superman is pissed about what Brainiac did to him, so Soul tries to calm him down, saying remember who you are. We get a 5-year flashback not too long after Lazarus raided the Kents, and at the top of a volcano, Kal talks to Soul about how he's never going near humans again. I don't have to eat, I barely sleep, and I don't need a roof over my head, so I'll be fine at the places they're not.
I know you're hurting from what happened with the Kents, but you cannot spend your life in isolation. Besides the stuff you just mentioned, you're not too different from these humans. You were not made to live alone, Kal-El.
I'm never alone though. Am I, Soul? With you always whining in my ear.
I am an AI designed from your mother. I am no substitute for true companionship. This anxiety and sense of defiance are not uncommon for a child your age. Yet you are unlike any child on this planet or any other. All the more reason for you to avoid becoming untethered to this planet's native inhabitants. Like it or not, we can't go anywhere else. We're stranded on Earth.
Not for long. One day I'll be strong enough to jump to the moon and never look back.
Perhaps, but until then, my senses detect that your personal aroma smells like shit, and it has for the recent weeks.
Kal is like, fine, so he jumps into the lava to take a bath. Sometime later, we see him walking through the Philippines. He's like, Soul, where are you taking me?
That's up to you. With your abilities and intellect, you could earn a place in the highest levels of earthly society.
You mean like the Science League?
This is not Krypton. You must adapt your thinking to the world at hand. Here, you could achieve the social advancement your parents were denied.
My parents lived their whole life with this symbol on their chest, so I'll damn sure die with it on mine. There's only one place a son of the Redlands belongs, and that's in the sun.
As you wish, Kal-El.
He now works in the Lazarus Fields, and his co-worker walks up to him like, hey, you need some water? She's like, don't let Lazarus overwork you. You have such a kind voice for a man so mighty. She puts out her hand and says her name is Carmelita. But when Kal shakes her hand, she's like, ah! Your hand, it burns like the sun itself. I'm sorry, I didn't. In heaven's name, what are you? Lazarus soldiers pull up on him. What the hell is going on over here? Get your lazy asses back to work. You hear me? Get your ass up or you fired. And he smacks Carmelita. Superman grabs his hand. Stop it. Can't you see she's hurt? You put your hands on a peacemaker? Oh yeah, you finna get it now. Nah, Superman teared bro's arm off. Ah! Ah! My arm! Superman did not mean to do that, and he flees the scene. Moments later, we see him at the peak of a mountain. I didn't mean to do that. I don't know my own strength.
Every day you're here, absorbing the energy of the Earth's yellow sun. Your abilities multiply. You must learn to be especially careful around humans.
Will he die? That man? Did I kill him?
Lazarus has advanced medical facilities. I'm sure he's alright.
Superman's like, maybe he should die. Isn't that what he deserves? Isn't that what all of them deserves? Lazarus goons with their big guns, their fancy armor. I could kill them all in a day.
Kal, you do not mean that.
Lazarus means murder. If I fought back and stopped them all for good, it'd be like when my dad slaughtered those beasts in the mine. At that moment, Soul puts his parents in front of him in the red dust, saying that his parents would not want him to judge and execute people. They're not here though, are they? They're dead! And you don't know what the hell you're talking about, Soul! You're not even real!
You are correct. I was made to protect you and remind you of who you are. This I will continue, Kal-El, because there's no one else that will.
So, I think I'd like to try to get my own thoughts down now. You know, in private.
Of course, Kal. These have been extraordinary traumatic times for you. Tomorrow, we'll talk again of the dangers of isolation. Until then, you deserve your solitude.
Now back in present day, we see him in that fortress, and he punches his way out of it.
Cal, are you well?
No, and he flies up in the sky. Meanwhile, we see Jimmy and Lois at a diner trying to get some grub. But they're broke as shit, so they ask the waitress, could we go do some dishes or something in exchange for a meal? We starving. But that waitress knows them. Didn't work like you hoped at Lazarus Court, did it, Agent Lane? What? How did you to small town? Hell, it's right there in the name. We all know you up in here and know what you did. Look, we don't want no trouble. Sit down. If you were in trouble, I'd have a 12 gauge to your ribs right now. But hey, there are people in this town who would treat you a lot worse. They're decent folk, live their lives with their nose in the gridstone, but they're afraid. They've been made to be by people who want to weaponize their fear. Afraid of Lazarus, of outsiders, of each other. Some of them are even afraid of him, of what he can do, where he came from, and what that means. The rest of us, we know who he is because we know what he's done for Smallville, how many lives he saved without asking for nothing in return. I was raised to judge someone by the lightning in their hands, not the thunder in their mouths. I know y'all tried to help him when he needed it most. For Friends of Superman, breakfast on me. Now it's on me. On me as well. They get me his lunch. I'll get his supper. They're all actually rocking with Superman, throwing Lois and Jimmy all the way off guard, but they accept the food. Lois shakes her hand and the waitress says her name is Lana Lane. She's like, should we be expecting any more trouble? Lois says, I hope not, but I'd keep that 12 gauge in hand. In the meantime, we see Kal-El at the Kent's house. Sol tells him,
I'm sorry.
You're sorry for what?
That I was never able to provide you with the community I know you needed. Instead, you had to spend those years on the run, always alone. I failed in my purpose, the one for which your mother programmed me. I failed to protect you.
So, for the first time in 6 years, I can say with certainty, you're wrong. I was never without protection, never without care and guidance, never lacking for community. I was never alone, Sol, thanks to you. He apologizes for the things he said to Sol out of anger and tells Sol that it's family. You're just as much as an L as I am. Sol-El, my big brother from Krypton, thank you for everything. Sol, are you there?
Yes, Cal, you are just so generous.
Finally, Jimmy and Lois pull up with the grub. Cal says no thank you, I don't even eat. Then he tells Lois that he's sorry for her loss. All I can say that those responsible will face justice. I will not rest until they do. She tells Superman she's glad he's feeling better, but he tells her, Cal, my name is Kal-El. Kal-El of Krypton. They dap up and she tells him, you can call me Lois. Then she tells him they should keep moving before Lazarus gets on their ass. Do you have a safe place somewhere, Cal? I do. It's right here on my back. His name is Sol. Sol brought me here to help me remember. And you're right. Ra's al Ghul won't stop. He'll do whatever he can to breed me to his will, no matter who gets hurt, which is why we can't leave. Why? Why's that? Superman's eyes turn blue and he says it's Ra's. He's already here. And we see Ra's and Talia pulling up on a helicopter. I want the entire town surrounded. No one gets in or out. And the people of Smallville put the boot of Lazarus on their necks, burn their houses, and defile their churches. Cast them into the mud like pigs, stripped of decency. Kill anyone who dares to even think of defying us in as loud and appalling a manner as possible. Yes, Father, thy will be done. Fill this land with screams and suffering, Talia, until Superman has no choice but to come at us with his alien fury. Talia is damn near foaming at the mouth at the thought of killing Agent Lane. Once Superman is adequately enraged, I will handle his baptism myself. By the hands of Ra's al Ghul, he will be redeemed. And someday the history books will record that this world was saved right here in the worthless lands of Kansas. Bro pulled up with his army of tanks, flying tanks, helicopters, mechs, all for Superman. That, boys and girls, is the end of this issue. Let me know your thoughts on it in the comments. And on that note, I'm gonna see y'all boys and girls next time. Yeah!